Hi YouTubers, it's going to be also something important. So basically about YouTube again, nice big ass YouTube like a big ass cigar, which basically is essentially what is educational content versus not okay content. So you have the whole ad-friendly guidelines, that kind of crap, this kind of crap, and basically you have educational content which is allowed versus content that is not allowed, that's crap, not total crap, but you get the frickin' point. So anyway, basically, what is the difference? So, for example, when it comes to things like sexually provocative content, sexually suggestive content, or as YouTube calls it, adult content, that kind of crap, that kind of shit, basically, educational content would be like if you were discussing in the realm of a high school textbook, sex. You were saying, like, for example, when a woman has sex with a man, she can get pregnant. That's considered educational content. On the other hand, if you were saying sexually provocative stuff like, oh, I have a fetish for this, whatever, that kind of crap, that kind of shit, as in bullshit is bullshit, that kind of stuff, not okay for ads. Another example would be educational content in terms of drugs. So if you're making educational statements about drugs like marijuana or cocaine or heroin or speed or LSD, and you were, giving educational content, that kind of shit, as in bullshit is bullshit, that's okay for ads, but on the other hand, you were, discussing where to buy drugs, discussing, how to find drugs, how to use drugs, drug abuse. That's not okay. Same with tobacco-related content. If you're discussing educational content, like, for example, smoking is bad, it's fucking bad, it can lead to, like, lung cancer, like heart disease, like emphysema. On the other hand, if you were saying, this is where you can buy cigarettes, this is how I buy cigarettes, this is how I smoke cigarettes, that's, on the other hand, that's bad shit, and that'll lead to demonetization. On the other hand, if you were to say, like, for example, pranks and challenges, like if you were to do an educational video on, like, choking games, you were saying, like, okay, there is a news story I'm making about, people who do choking games, or people who do the, the Bird Box challenge, that kind of shit, people do the Bird Box challenge, or the fire challenge, or the Kiki challenge. And people can get really hurt, people really can get really fucking hurt from doing these challenges, and that's educational content without showing graphic detail. But on the other hand, if you were saying, like, oh, I'm going to do, like, the Kiki challenge, the fire challenge, the Bird Box challenge, and actually show myself do it, I'm going to show myself, like, eating bugs, or show myself, like, binge drinking, that kind of crap, that kind of shit, as in bullshit is bullshit. That's not educational content, and that would lead to your video being demonetized. Also, keep in mind community guidelines, that kind of shit, as in bullshit is bullshit, because community guidelines apply even more, because your video might be demonetized, might get little to no ad revenue, but also could be taken down from YouTube, because certain community guidelines apply also. They are, they're parallel. So anyway, pretty fucking cool. Bye.